All right, let's get right into it. Today, we are taking a really close look at a supplement called Audifort. It's been getting a lot of attention for its promise to help support our hearing health, especially as we get a little older. So we're going to break it all down, what's in it, what it claims to do, and what the deal is, based on everything its creators have shared. You know that feeling, right? When you're in a conversation and you find yourself constantly asking, "What was that?" Or "Can you say that again?" Maybe the TV volume just keeps creeping up notch by notch. It's a super common thing, but man, it can make you feel disconnected. And this right here, this quote from someone who's used it, wow, it just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? It's not just about not hearing clearly. It's about how that makes you feel. Frustrated, maybe a bit lonely, and just not quite yourself. It's about wanting to stay part of the conversation. So what are we really up against here? We're talking about that hearing decline that tends to creep up as we get older. And it often brings along some unwanted buddies, like tinnitus, that nonstop ringing in your ears, and even a little bit of mental fog, probably because your brain is working so hard just to keep up. And that struggle day in and day out is just exhausting. It can feel like someone's turned the volume down on your whole world. That ringing sound can drive you crazy. And let's be honest, for a lot of people, the idea of one day needing hearing aids is a real fear. It makes sense that people want to find a natural way to support their ears before it gets to that. Okay, so we've laid out the problem. Now let's talk about the potential solution on the table today. What in the world is Audifort? So, at its core, Audifort is this liquid formula made from a blend of over 20 different plant-based ingredients and natural minerals. The whole idea is that it works from the inside, not just to support your hearing, but to also help with inflammation and even get your mind feeling a bit sharper. So, who is this actually for? Well, the makers say it's designed for a really wide range of people. We're talking about men and women from their 30s and 40s all the way up to their 70s. It's really for anyone who's starting to notice those little hearing issues, dealing with that annoying ringing, or just wants to be proactive about keeping their ears and brain healthy for the long haul. All right, now for the part I always find fascinating, the science. How is this stuff supposed to work? What's the thinking behind the formula? So they have this three-step approach, which is pretty cool. First, the goal is to get better blood flow to your ears and the whole auditory system. Second, it's packed with antioxidants to fight off things like inflammation and damage. And third, it aims to strengthen that super important highway between your ears and your brain. Okay, let's break this down, because this chart is super helpful. It shows you exactly what's in the bottle and why it's in there. For that first step, circulation, you've got things like green tea and grapeseed, which are known to help with blood flow. Then for inflammation, you see capsicum and Panax ginseng, ingredients that are all about supporting a healthy response. And for that brain connection, you've got stuff like GABA, which helps calm the nervous system, and maca root for focus. It's all designed to work together. And they make a really big deal about this next point, which is important for a lot of us. The formula is 100% natural, it's non-GMO, it's a liquid so it's easy to take, and this is a big one, it's not habit-forming. They've really tried to tick all the boxes for people who are cautious about what they put in their bodies. Okay, so we know what's in it and how it's supposed to work. But what about actual results? What are people saying? And is there anything extra you get for your money? And check this out. They've actually mapped out what a potential journey with Audifort might look like. Some people have apparently noticed that ringing sound getting quieter in just a few days. After a couple of weeks, that can mean feeling more confident jumping into conversations. One person even said that after a month, their hearing felt recalibrated. But the big takeaway here is consistency. They recommend sticking with it for at least 3 to 6 months to really see the best results. So when you make a purchase, they're framing it as more than just getting a supplement. You're really getting support for a few key areas. Your hearing, of course, but also for mental clarity and focus, and that potential relief from tinnitus symptoms. And this is where things get really interesting. If you go for the bigger packages, the 3 or 6 bottle options, they throw in 2 free bonus ebooks. The first one is all about getting better, deeper sleep, which is so critical for your body to repair itself. The second one is a guide to boosting your brain health. So you're not just getting the supplement, you're getting knowledge and tools to support your overall well-being. That's some serious added value. All right, time to talk about the bottom line. Let's get into the pricing and, maybe even more importantly, the guarantee that backs this whole thing up.
So you've got a few options here. You can start small with one bottle just to try it out, but where you really start to see the savings is with the 3 or 6 bottle packages. The price per bottle drops, you get those 2 free ebooks we just talked about, and with the 6 bottle supply, they even throw in free shipping. They're clearly encouraging people to go for the longer term plan.
But here's the big question, right? The one we all ask. What if it doesn't do anything for me? It's a totally valid concern. Everybody's body is different. So, what's the safety net? Well, the answer to that question comes down to this one number, 90. You get a full 90-day, 100% money-back guarantee. They don't ask a bunch of questions. This means you have 3 whole months to give it a fair shot and see how you feel. It basically makes trying it out completely risk-free. Okay, so to give you the full picture, let's be totally transparent and look at the good and the bad, the pros and the cons of Audifort based on everything we've seen. So on the pro side, you've got the all-natural plant-based formula. It tackles hearing, tinnitus, and brain fog all at once. That 90-day guarantee is a huge plus. And those free bonuses are great. Now for the cons, you can only get it from their official website, which is probably to make sure you're getting the real deal. And like any natural approach, it takes time. You need to use it consistently every day, and the best results are likely to show up after 3 months or more. It's not a magic pill. So if you're thinking this might be worth a try, you're probably wondering, is it a hassle to use? And the answer seems to be no. It's actually super simple. The routine is just 1 full dropper in the morning before you eat and another one before lunch. You can put it right under your tongue, or if you prefer, just mix it into a glass of water. Easy enough to fit into any daily routine. So if you've heard enough and you're ready to see for yourself, listen up, because this is important. The creators are really clear that to get the genuine Audifort and to make sure you're covered by that 90-day guarantee, you have to buy it from their official website. The link for that is right below. So I'll leave you with this final thought. Just take a second and imagine, what would it feel like to follow conversations effortlessly again? To have that constant ringing fade into the background? To feel sharper and more engaged with the world around you? What could that life actually feel like? That's really what this is all about.